I didn't actually see the interview, but I saw the thumbnail for the interview with Ben Davison, where he was talking about what went on in the corner with Billy Joe Saunders against Canelo. And some people had claimed in my Discord server that Ben Davison was saying that he was the one that stopped the fight. And other people, I don't know if it was based upon that interview or something else, other people were saying that no, Ben Davison said that he advised Mark Tibbs to stop the fight. So it wasn't Ben Davison directly claiming he stopped it, but advising Mark Tibbs to stop it. But if Ben Davison actually did claim that he stopped the fight and not Mark Tibbs, then that's very naughty indeed, because anybody who knows anything about boxing will know that the only person in a corner team who can stop a fight other than the fighter himself is the chief second, which will be Mark Tibbs. Ben Davison is not the chief second for Billy Joe Saunders. So if that's what he's come out and said, dear, oh dear, oh dear. Whatever the case may be, Mark Tibbs tonight has felt the need to come out and clarify what happened in the corner. As you can see, the title of his Twitter video is Clarification on My Corner Work. And I've made sure I've downloaded this video just in case it gets removed, because there's a lot of videos getting removed these days, strangely. So I made sure I downloaded it, and it's a very interesting watch. I'll leave a link to it in the description below. I advise all of you to go and watch it and tell me what you think. Now, one thing that Mark Tibbs conspicuously does not do is he does not come out and say that Billy Joe Saunders didn't quit. He just doesn't do that. And if Billy Joe Saunders did definitely not quit and it was 100% Mark Tibbs' decision and Billy Joe Saunders wanted to carry on, wouldn't Mark Tibbs come out and say, Billy wanted to carry on, but I stopped it. I said, no. Wouldn't he say that? Why isn't he saying that? In this video, he appears to be quite irritated at Ben Davison. He dismisses Ben Davison's involvement. He says Ben Davison wasn't part of our team. He turned up on fight week or something like that, and he was there. He had a few words with Billy in the corner, but he says that he did the bulk of the talking to Billy. So they had several words, and he said they had a few, this was, prior to him deciding to stop the fight. He said they had a few words and that's private. Now, bear in mind, in a previous interview, which I have now seen, at least a clip of, Mark Tibbs said he didn't get the response he wanted from Billy Joe, or the response he was looking for. So he decided to stop the fight. Okay, make of that what you will. And in this interview, he says, we had a few words, that's private. And then, most interestingly, at the end of the interview, he says, great fighters have done what Billy Joe Saunders has done. What does he mean by that, people? Great fighters have done what Billy Joe Saunders has done? He's speaking in reference to what happened in the fight, as far as I can tell. Some of you are going to tell me that, no, he's talking about Billy Joe Saunders' career overall, becoming a 2-weight world champion and all that. That would be a bit random, right? For him to say that at the end of this little video. To me, you guys let me know what your interpretation of it is. To me, he seems to be inferring that Billy Joe Saunders did indeed jack it in. That Billy Joe Saunders did what Roberto Duran did in the rematch with Sugar Ray Leonard and said no mas. That's my interpretation of it. I could be wrong. Perhaps Mark Tibbs is going to come out with another video and further clarify, okay? So I'm not saying I'm definitely in the right here, but based upon what Mark Tibbs says in this video, it seems like he's inferring that Billy Joe Saunders did indeed decide to quit in the fight. So have a watch of the video for yourselves. Don't take my word for it. Let me know what your interpretation is. And based upon the comments that I've seen on the last couple videos I've done on this subject, it seems like the vast majority of boxing fans, including British boxing fans, believe that Billy Joe Saunders did quit. And I think one of the things which is making people even more convinced that Billy Joe quit is the fact that all these interviews have been removed with Mark Tibbs on these various other YouTube channels. That just makes it look suspicious. That just makes people ask more questions when they're pulling videos. And who's getting these videos to be pulled? Is it Saunders? Is it Ben Davison? Is it MTK? Is it Mark Tibbs himself? Is it these channels off their own bat, just saying, okay, we're going to pull it for some strange reason? Who knows? As I say, people, my assessment of it is Mark Tibbs seems to be suggesting in this video on his Twitter account that Billy Joe did indeed say no mas. And again, I'm not criticizing Billy Joe if he did do that, if he quit, in terms of trying to call him a coward or anything like that. I've never had that kind of eye injury, if indeed it was fractured eye socket. I've never had that. So I can't sit here and say, oh yeah, he should have continued. What a cat. That would be ridiculous. I'm not the one getting punched in the face by Canelo Alvarez, right? But, as I've said previously, the words he said about Daniel Dubois and the stuff he was talking about before the Canelo fight, saying I'm a gypsy and you'd have to basically kill me, I would never quit. Those words are going to come back to haunt. Those words must be coming back to haunt him, if indeed he said no mas in the corner. So, yeah. Anyway, long story short, let me know what you guys think about this video. Go and watch it and then come back and leave a comment.